Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida. It is Friday, February 23rd, 2024, and it is 3:30 p.m. Beautiful day today, and I took down my winter walls in my house that are very confining. And what is the temperature here? It's 72 degrees. It was like 75 earlier, but it's 3:30 p.m. and I took down the winter partitions to make my place smaller to hold in the heat. And yesterday or the day before, got that down. Actually yesterday, we have seedlings growing, red fire lettuce, that we have covered I'd say about a week ago. We got down to freezing, and we have lettuce growing here in my compost, so we'll see what happens, how many weeds there are. There's another one. I think I need to water this actually. It's very windy. The wind is coming from out of the southwest, and it's really windy today, and there's very high pollen lately. I've been sneezing a lot. And my pear tree here, this is a pretty tree, and that's probably why they sold them. Pretty tree, but it's an invasive pear tree, but very pretty tree. Pretty blooms, pretty white blooms. And I kind of shaped this thing. I cut it down short and let it get flat and short. I cut the top off because one of these days I'll probably have to cut this tree down. But it is very pretty, flowering tree, white flowers. And that's probably why they planted it, but it's got thorns and it's kind of invasive. And the pears are very small. Actually the rats eat the pears, so I got rid of quite a few of those trees. And here's all my containers. I'm gonna pot stuff up. I got Macintosh apple seeds in that one yesterday, and we got a bunch of stuff blooming. We got tulips coming out here. We'll see how the irises do. They did well in my containers. Here's some hyacinths that I bought from the store at like Walmart last year, and had them at my mother's house on April 5th, and now they're blooming here. I dried out the bulbs and saved them. And here's some other tulips, and I think that I might have dried out unless I had those already. And here's some more. There's some more of those. That might have been the one that I took from. That's not a good area. That soil is terrible there. My compost is turning out better than that. And here we have the lettuce, and it's supposed to be 45 degrees tonight, and I will not be covering this tonight. Maybe the nectarine needs it, but God, I'm really tired of covering stuff. The roses right here look like they're really ready to go. Ready to put on some blooms. I think I need to fertilize this. These leaves look a little water or fertilize. Kind of dry. Watered the gardenia, tropical gardenia, the other day. This thing's putting on some new leaves coming out. And we still have our bok choy coming to seed here. And here's one. It's got a whole bunch of really nice seed pods all through the winter, uncovered. Here's some pots of lettuce that I planted. Keep it rotating. You got to keep it rotating. Oh, here also we have Carolina jessamine. Now, I bought some of this at Lowe's, and it's kind of invasive here. It's a vine, pretty flowers, put pretty yellow flowers for a moment. Like here's the flower, here's a nice one. Carolina jessamine. But the vines are like a growing, very strong vine. It's like a growing piece of wire. You know, pretty flowers, but a growing piece of wire. Yep. Podocarpus can make it. That can make it all year long. Real nice. And we've got onions also growing here in these containers. They made them all the way. These two made it all the way through the winter uncovered. I suppose it only stays cold for a few hours. And the other day I collected this branch here that was hanging over Chinese privet and cleared out this area so that birds of prey can hunt and catch whatever is trying to come into my yard. And what else do we have here? Oh, here we have 2 Jane magnolia trees I purchased a few years ago. And they're blooming now. Just beautiful. Totally gorgeous tree. Beautiful tree. It's about 8-9 feet tall now, this tree. Beautiful flowers. Purple on the outside, white on the inside. That's a pretty flower. Only for a short while, once a year. If you miss it, you're done. And I missed it last year. And I had to water these through the whole heat dome. Had the soaker hose out here. And we're going to see what we're going to do about that. Irrigation to back here this year. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful flowers. And the roses are coming along.